We did it, my friends. I can't tell you how excited I am right now. It just blows my mind. Starfleet Academy has been canceled.
That's a lie. That is a vicious lie. That lies. Do you hear that? That's a lie! Lies!
Divisive Star Trek Starfleet Academy canceled after 2 seasons. The Paramount Star Trek show will end after its already filmed 2nd season. Now, I forgot to mention that the article, as you can see, comes from the Hollywood Reporter, but supposedly Variety had the exclusive on this breaking news. You know, why is it so hard for all those people over there at Secret Hideout to understand? We warned you. We tried telling you even before this began. Basing Starfleet Academy off of Star Trek Discovery was a huge red flag for us, and we weren't going to tolerate it. You gave us no choice.
Become an intolerable threat to the security of the Federation, and I am going to eliminate that threat.
I love the opening of this article here so much for Paramount Plus's Gen Z Star Trek show. Starfleet Academy has recently finished airing its debut season on Paramount Plus. Paramount had optimistical hopes. As it turned out, it had already ordered a 2nd season which recently wrapped production. This will teach you a lesson over there at Skydance, Paramount, and even you guys, if you still have any jobs left after all this Secret Hideout. Basically, you don't order a 2nd season until you know how the first is going to turn out. Starfleet Academy has been a polarizing entry into the that's Kurtzman Trek canon. Many critics have celebrated the show for focusing on its younger generation and its coming-of-age themes. On social media, the show has been a frequent target of mockery from those who claim the show is too woke, and it was too woke. Not only was it too woke, it was also boring as hell. The characters were uninspiring, two-dimensional, and just quite boring, and some of their backstories were just ridiculous. And this series proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that the Kurtzman era of Star Trek was so against masculinity. You killed off the Klingon Empire, a warrior race that believed dying in battle was a glorious thing. And then, not only do you do that, you turn a genetically created race whose whole purpose was protecting the founders and guarding the Dominion, the Jem'Hadar. You some way, somehow, without any explanation, decided to turn them, even though they were a male race with no production capabilities at all, into a race that somehow is able to have children and create women Jem'Hadar as well. You clearly did not understand the fans and what they wanted in Star Trek, and you clearly decided it was okay to tear down the legendary Gene Roddenberry's whole universe so you could build it up in your Gen Z image. But now that the news is broke about the cancellation of Starfleet Academy, how do you think the people over there at Secret Hideout are handling this news? And this is one of the reasons why Paramount gave it the boot. This thing failed to chart. In almost the entire run of the series, it failed to break into the top 10 list on Paramount. And to this day, SpongeBob SquarePants, which is ranking at number 8, outperformed it. FBI at number 10, Landman at number 9, SpongeBob 8, Criminal Minds at 7, Survivor 6, NCIS at number 5, South Park at number 4, Tracker at number 3, and Marshalls at number 2, and finally, The Madison at number 1. This is quite a pathetic sight when you think about Star Trek and the history that it has. If this show, if this franchise had been given the respect that it properly deserves, none of this would have happened. But Kurtzman made a promise right before Star Trek ever aired, his version of it anyway, that it wasn't going to be about the science, it wasn't going to be about the fiction. It was going to be about using Star Trek as a platform to inject the message. CBS Studio and Paramount Plus released this statement. We're increasingly proud of the ambitious passion and creativity that went into bringing Star Trek Starfleet Academy to life. The series introduced audiences to this bold new group of characters, welcomed familiar faces, and expanded the Star Trek universe in exciting new ways. We're grateful to E.P.S. Alex Kurtzman, Naga Landru, Gaia Vilio, and the entire cast and crew who push storytelling boundaries in the spirit of Gene Roddenberry's vision. We look forward to sharing the upcoming second and final season with everyone and continuing to celebrate the cast and crew and all that was accomplished with this series.
You were lying your ass off.
Hopefully, with that fantastic news announced, it'll hopefully put an end to Tani Newsom and her endeavors with the Star Trek universe and that fantastic idea, and you may not have heard this, but this sitcom that she wanted to do for Star Trek had to do with a pleasure planet. That's right. She wanted, it wasn't going to be Risa, but it was going to be some kind of a TV series based on a pleasure planet. This was supposed to be her brilliant comic writing at its finest. And hopefully, the door has been slammed shut on not only that moronic idea, but her involvement with Star Trek. Anyway, I would love to hear your thoughts and comments, so please drop them below and let me know. Until the next time, my friends, God bless.